Hey yo, first and foremost, shout out to Lamont Roach and Tank. That was a great fight. I enjoyed it. But yo, I'm making this video because for the whole build-up, y'all were killing me over my victory over Lamont, saying that he wasn't worthy of the Tank fight. But at the end of the day, I don't care what y'all say. I got that W. That's all I'm saying. I got the.
The boxing community has been buzzing over the thrilling showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Here are some of the most jaw-dropping reactions from the epic fight. Lamont Roach is no stranger to Gervonta "Tank" Davis, as the two fighters first crossed paths in the amateur ranks, creating a history that added an extra layer of intrigue to their recent showdown. Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., has watched Davis rise to become a boxing superstar, but past familiarity didn't ease the tension leading up to this fight. The atmosphere was electric, charged with anticipation and intensity. "My mindset is to beat him," Roach told Boxing Scene before the fight. Roach, who claimed his title in November 2023 by defeating Hector Luis Garcia on the undercard of David Benavidez's victory over Demetrius Andrade, successfully defended it once against Fergal McCrory on ProBox TV. This set the stage for a career-defining opportunity against Davis, one of the most high-profile names in boxing. "This camp is different because I feel like they're counting me out," said the 29-year-old Roach, who was eager to prove his doubters wrong. His determination came in response to Terence Crawford's candid assessment of the current boxing landscape. Crawford, the former undisputed champion, claimed that only his close friend Shakur Stevenson and stablemate Keyshawn Davis, who has recently risen through the lightweight ranks, possessed the skill to hand Gervonta Davis a significant defeat. Davis, known for his relentless power and ability to force opponents into retreat, entered the fight fresh off a knockout victory over Frank Martin in his sole 2024 bout, following his explosive win over Ryan Garcia the previous year. For Roach, the challenge seemed monumental, but he drew inspiration from boxing history, recalling Muhammad Ali's legendary upset against George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. Roach didn't shy away from expressing his confidence, kicking off the pre-fight banter with a playful rhyme, "Roses are red, violets are blue, March 1st sounds like in the new." This fight was more than just a title defense for Davis or another challenge for Roach, it was personal. Their rivalry dates back to 2011, when Davis defeated Roach twice in the amateur ranks. Over a decade later, Roach was determined to settle the score. Davis, never one to back down from trash talk, quickly fired back with his own rhyme, "Roses are red, violets are blue, March 1st sounds like, don't worry, baby, you'll be home soon from the hospital." The exchange sparked a wave of reactions from fans, ranging from enthusiastic support to outright dismissal, but one thing was clear, the build-up had everyone talking. Terence Crawford added another layer to the drama by weighing in on the fight's significance. Alongside Shakur Stevenson and others, Crawford has been vocal about his belief that Keyshawn Davis has the tools to defeat Gervonta Davis. When asked about the possibility of a future title unification, Crawford simply shrugged and said, "Whoever," before adding that Davis knows the challenges ahead. "He knows what he's up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn," Crawford stated. Crawford also echoed a common criticism of Davis, pointing out that many of his opponents haven't matched his skill level. "They might have a little skill here and there, but mentally, they're not going to be able to keep it up the whole fight," he said. While Crawford didn't explicitly include Roach in his list of fighters capable of defeating Davis, he made it clear that Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis are the ones who could ultimately hand Davis his first loss. As the boxing world eagerly awaited the clash, the stakes were clear. For Davis, it was another chance to solidify his dominance, and for Roach, an opportunity to rewrite history and claim his place among the sports elite.
I said it on Twitter, it went viral when I said the top 5 thing. A lot of people agreed, a lot of people disagreed. Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in like, "Oh, this guy, you a meat lover."
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Former champion Mikey Garcia, in an interview with Fight Hub TV, shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated showdown between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach. While discussing the matchup, Garcia also revealed why he isn't particularly excited about the prospect of Davis eventually facing Shakur Stevenson, despite the potential for a lightweight unification bout being one of the most unpredictable and intriguing fights in boxing. "I think Tank is one of the very best fighters, definitely in the lightweight division," Garcia said before the fight. "I don't think Roach would be a huge threat for Tank. Tank is very talented, very skilled, and also very experienced at this point. He's fought and seen pretty much every style there is, and his power is tremendous. He has that knockout punching power, and he has the confidence to do it." Garcia added, "It's hard to go against Tank. Again, not to disrespect his opponent Roach, but I think Tank is a beast, and he's been proving it every fight." He probably will win this fight as well. Shakur Stevenson, on the other hand, embodies the hit and don't get hit philosophy, blending movement, defense, and speed to dominate his opponents. While his recent performances have been criticized for lacking excitement, Stevenson remains confident that he'll deliver his best when the stakes are highest. However, Garcia expressed reservations about a potential Davis-Stevenson matchup. "I'm actually not a very big fan of that fight," Garcia admitted. "I do believe Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter. He's got the skills, the talent, great footwork, speed, reflexes, and counterpunching ability. He's one of the very best. But I'm not a fan of that fight because Shakur Stevenson is the kind of fighter who's going to fight his fight regardless of what the critics, fans, or anybody want to see. Winning is winning for him." Garcia explained that, as a fight fan, Stevenson's cautious style doesn't appeal to him. While he respects Stevenson's skills, he prefers matchups that promise more action. "I'd rather see Tank fight someone like Lomachenko," Garcia said. Lomachenko, despite having great footwork, speed, and reflexes, is more inclined to engage in an actual fight. Shakur Stevenson's style is going to make for a dull, less exciting matchup, and I think that's why he'll have a tough time getting some of these big fights until he adjusts his approach. In contrast, Tank Davis is a knockout artist whose fights rarely go the distance. Hailing from Baltimore, Davis has built a reputation for delivering jaw-dropping finishes, with a highlight reel that rivals the best in the sport. Rumors from the gym suggest he's not only dominating opponents in the ring but also overwhelming much heavier sparring partners behind closed doors. A veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley predicted before the fight that Davis would secure his 31st career win and 29th knockout against Roach. "Lamont Roach has done his best to portray optimism," Lampley said. He's pointed out that he saw Davis in the amateur ranks and is familiar with the 135-pound champion's precision, power, and style. He's underlined his motivation to fulfill his dreams of building a legend and has observed the financial rewards that would come with an upset win. But what he hasn't done is present a convincing plan for how he can solve the puzzle that has produced a series of spectacularly violent knockouts and made Tank Davis one of the biggest names in boxing. Lampley emphasized that even without his devastating power, Davis would still be an elite lightweight due to his crafty southpaw style, clever footwork, and killer instinct. "But it's his pure power that sets him apart," Lampley added. "He doesn't just beat his opponents, he annihilates them in breathtaking, often scary fashion. Like a career predator, he approaches his kills patiently, behaving like a counterpuncher, and then suddenly explodes into irrepressible violence to produce sudden finishes. His knockouts are picturesque, reminiscent of Mike Tyson in his prime." Despite Roach's claims of improvement, Lampley believed the outcome was inevitable. "Roach has a quality background and is a highly competent boxer," Lampley said, "but when I asked the most experienced boxing writer I know what chance he gave Roach in this fight, the answer was, the same chance I give to a caterpillar crawling in the way of a steamroller." Davis by mid-round TKO. Meanwhile, boxing legend Bernard Hopkins shared his thoughts on the Davis Roach showdown during an interview with Michelle Joy Phelps of Fight Hub TV. "Tank Davis, to me, is going to give anybody problems," Hopkins said. "The burden is on Roach or anybody else, in this case, Roach. The burden is on him." Hopkins also warned Davis not to underestimate Roach. "Tank cannot underestimate Roach. Roach is a real good fighter, boxer and puncher, and he has confidence from his amateur days." Roach, for his part, revealed the circumstances surrounding the fight. He had initially agreed to face Davis earlier, but since he wasn't a champion at the time, the fight didn't materialize, and Davis instead faced Hector Luis Garcia. Now, with Roach holding a title, the stage was set for their long-awaited clash. As the boxing world eagerly awaited the fight, the stakes were clear. For Davis, it was another opportunity to cement his legacy, and for Roach, a chance to prove he belonged among the elite. Whether Davis would continue his reign of dominance or Roach would pull off a stunning upset remained to be seen. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on the biggest fights in boxing.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.